Hey guys, so in this video, I'm going to be talking about the top 7 mistakes that beginners make with their cold outreach and what they should do about it. So, a lot of email campaigns fail not because of planning, not because of strategy, but it's because of execution. And what I'm going to share applies whether you're running a lead generation agency or if you're just starting your very first campaign. And the first mistake would be targeting the wrong people. You can have the best offer, you can have the best message in the world, the best deliverability, but if you send it to the wrong people, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. And some common errors that people make, like they target companies that are very small or too small to pay, and messaging, assistants, interns, sometimes seniors, instead of targeting real decision makers like founders, owners, CEOs, directors, etc. And the third common error, or most common error, is a lot of people don't have a clear ideal customer profile. And you should be actually defining that. You should be spending more time knowing exactly your target industry, which titles to target, company size, region or regions, and pain points. You should be defining this like before doing anything else. And the second mistake is so many people import leads into their campaigns and they haven't verified email addresses yet, which is a really, really big mistake to do, and it really affects the deliverability of your emails. And as a result, you can see high bounce rates, you can see a ghost town when it comes to your inbox, and emails landing in the spam folder. So the way to fix this is always verify with tools like Mail Verifier, Never Bounce. There are so many tools that you can use, but you should be doing this before starting your outreach. And the third mistake is not having any follow-up strategy in place. So many people they just, blast random follow-up messages and, wait for good results. That's not how it works when it comes to follow-ups. So to fix this, you should be building like some steps or like a follow up sequence that consists of 4 to 5 steps. You can start with a first message, and after 2 to 3 days, you can do a bump. Then you can hit a new angle or share a benefit. Then a soft CTA, and finally a breakup. Or you can be humorous. You can crack a joke, just to break the tension between you and the prospect. And the fourth mistake is so many people have a lot of budget, for automating their cold outreach. So they just go ahead and, buy so many tools, have many subscriptions in place, but they don't have a clear plan to actually use them. So yeah, you don't need 10 tools to get started. And what you actually need is to focus and have a clear strategy and have like a few tools in the beginning. It's all about keeping it lean, learning the process, and then scaling. And when you're scaling, then it's okay to add additional tools, to save you more time and be less overwhelmed. But in the beginning, it's better to keep it simple, while you're still learning. And the fifth mistake is not having a clear offer. So if you send me a message like, we help businesses grow, or we help businesses book more calls, then I will not reply, because how do I know this is relevant to me? So the value is not in the first sentence. So if your value is not clear and obvious in the first sentence, then you've already lost the prospect. So it's very simple. Just keep it specific, short, and valuable. So here's what that looks like. We help recruiting firms book 10 to 20 sales calls per month without running ads, or without depending on referrals, without having to hire an SDR. As you notice, this is short, specific, and it solves a painful problem, for the person that you're actually reaching out to. And the sixth mistake is bad timing or burned inboxes or domains. So when you start, when you set up your domains and set up the email accounts, you shouldn't be sending emails, right away. You have to warm the domains, you have to warm the email accounts as well, and start slow. So after 14 days of warm up, try to send like five to 10 emails, in the beginning, and then you slowly scale until you reach like 25 to 30. Personally, I do 25 emails per day. And the seventh mistake is not tracking or iterating. And the seventh mistake is not tracking or iterating. So if you don't track replies or meetings booked, here I put opens by mistake. Opens, you should never track opens because it affects your deliverability. So tracking replies, positive replies, and meetings booked is extremely important. This is where you gather the data and see what works and what doesn't work, and you stick with what works. Then you start getting better results. And to fix this mistake, I recommend that you use a basic Google Sheet in the beginning to track, replies, status of the replies, who's interested, who's not interested, and then you can analyze that and see how things are working with your email copies, etc. And once you've done your tests and research, then you can adjust, based on performance instead of guesses. And as a final thought, success is simplicity and consistency. You know, you don't have to be perfect, and cold outreach isn't about being perfect. It's about running a simple and repeatable process that you can follow, and thanks to that, you can improve over time. So, to summarize, define your target ICP, use like a few tools in the beginning, keep your offer sharp and simple and understandable, keep following up consistently. This is extremely important because most of the replies happen, you know, in the follow ups. And finally, track everything. Make sure you track everything and, look at this as an improvement. And finally, try to track everything because that's how you learn, stuff that you can't find online. So if you see like what doesn't work, then you're obviously going to know what decision you will make and what you should be doing after to get better results. So if you can do these things, then you will definitely get better at the cold outreach game and you will win. Trust me, because I've been there. I've been struggling for months, to get results. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope that this has been insightful for you and you learned something, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.